Today we're starting some peppers and tomatoes on the inside. This is the mix that we put in our trays. You usually fill the little trays. You can get whatever sizes that you want to do. I will reuse mine from one year to another. And then I always have a larger tray that the smaller trays fit in, and I do put water in the bottom. One of the important things is watering from the bottom when it comes to this type of work. Okay, I always wet the dirt really good as I fill my trays, and then they go into the bigger tray. This particular dirt that I'm using, it's a propagation mix that I've found to be the best for starting seeds. Now the trays are ready to be planted. So I have set my trays in a sunny window. This is a south-facing window, and I will begin to do my planting. I want to make sure that I get a variety of different things that are a little bit harder that need to be started inside, or they do better if they're started inside in our climate. I am in Cache Valley on the Idaho side, and so that's where I like to. So I like to usually get my tomatoes and peppers started this time of year, and sometimes a few other things. So let me just find my seeds. Okay, to start these seeds, I've got two different types that I'm going to do. One is an Amish paste tomato. These are an heirloom tomato seed. They look very similar to your Roma tomatoes. This is the, Romas, or these are the best types to use in if you're making sauces and pastes. So it's a really good paste tomato. And so because I do a lot of tomato sauces, soups, ketchups, things like that, this is one that I like to have growing in the garden to produce large quantities for canning. So I'll put the seeds in like that, and then just lightly pat down the soil. You can have 1 or 2 seeds per cup that you're growing in. And with tomatoes, we'll get these started, and then as they grow, we will strengthen the root by adding, repotting them into bigger pots as they get bigger. So just patting those down. And then just remember, I found that you get much better germination if you always water from the bottom of the tray. So put your water in the bottom of this tray here rather than on top of the seed, and it'll allow the liquid to just wick up to get to the seed. So there's the first tomato that I like to plant. The second one I'm going to do is a good table tomato. It's large and tasty. It's called Rutgers. But you can pick whichever your favorite tomato is. For that, these ones seem to do well in our area. And let's just put 1 or 2 seeds in each cup in this next tray. If you're worried about germination, want to make sure you get good ones, you could do more than that and then thin them as they grow. I like to get peppers started this time of year also. And so we'll do a tray of peppers as well. I've picked a few different kinds of peppers. I have a cayenne pepper and a jalapeno and a Thai red chili pepper we're gonna do. And maybe a couple of, just a few of the Hungarian hot wax pepper. And here again, I'll just put 1. These are a little bit smaller trays, so there will be only 1 per tray on these ones. If you do more than that, you will probably have to thin them. With seeds, we don't cover it with very much soil. Mostly I just press it down into the soil, because the depth that you cover a seed, especially on something this tiny, they say about twice the depth of the size of the seed. So you don't really want to add extra dirt to it. You just want to push it down into the dirt so it can get the moisture to it, and it will germinate just fine. If you're doing bell peppers, I would start them also in the house so that they'd be ready to go outside in May. So you can see that the seeds are just sitting on top of the soil, and we just kind of press them down in, and just so they get plenty of moisture to them. And that's the beginning stages of starting our seeds. And I'll go ahead and finish putting a few more in the rest of my trays.